I think so. All right, hang on. I'm going to do the same thing, only I'll do check two. Here we go. All right, this is 21st of September. This is Marv.
And Shane, what's going on?
Check number two. Here's our opening.
Waynesville Tiger football.
Okay. We good? All right. Yeah, keep my phone number handy in case this thing craps out again. Because if it does, we're going to the cell phone. All right. All right. Telling Jared, keep an eye on this because if this craps out again, we're going to the cell phone. All right. Thanks. All right. Sounds good. All right. Thanks, Chuck. Bye-bye. You only had one home game last year?
Yeah, we one here and 8 in a row, or 9 in a row, something like that. Wow. That's just the way the schedule worked out with new teams that want to play, but they want to play there.
Okay. Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
And it was last year OC before our conference.
Right.
So
you were an independent last year. Yeah.
So this year the schedule started bouncing out a little bit. Last year, hey, you want to play us? Come on up. We're like, oh, crap.
Yeah. Well, that's the way. I'll tell you what. We've had a lot of road trip issues too. It's like people's, well, come on down and see us.
Yeah. Well, I grew up in Jeff City, and that's we'll go anywhere to play anybody, anytime type of school. But at the same time, I said, but next year you're coming here.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, we'll go there now, but we'll come down to Arkansas. But you're coming up here next year.
You must have been there when Pete was there.
I was there when Pete was there. I was in the band, but Pete knew everybody.
Yeah. What a coach.
I played a little bit of freshman ball, but I had to make some choices with job and stuff like that. Plus, getting hit like that by those guys wasn't that much fun.
Yeah, I'll bet.
It's big boys there.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Harrison Stadium, the home of Central Bulldogs football. Tonight, we would like to recognize our class of 2019 football senior student athletes and team managers. Please focus your attention to the Bulldog at the 25-yard line on the southwest end of the field as we honor our 12 student athletes, team managers, and their families. The first senior we'd like to recognize tonight is number 12, wide receiver Rogelio Aguila. Roy is accompanied by his father, Rogelio Sr., and mother, Enna. After graduation, Roy plans on continuing his athletic career and studying physical therapy in college. Roy's message to the team is, I've never once been ashamed to be a Bulldog. The culture is getting richer and richer. You guys are an amazing family. I love you all. And his message to his family, thank you, Mom and Dad. parents God could have given me. Next up, number 13, wide receiver and defensive back, Noah Crittenden. With Noah is his mother, Julie, and his sister, Hannah. Noah plans on majoring in architecture right across the street at Drury University upon graduation. Yay! His message to the team, I moved here my senior year. I just want to thank you guys for letting me in and being a part of the family. Noah's message to his family, I want to thank you for always being there for me and supporting me. I love you guys so much, and I wouldn't ask for any other family. Up next, number 27, defensive back and wide receiver, Levi Farr. Levi is accompanied by his dad, Kerry. Escorted by Levi is his mother, Marnie, and his father, his sister, Hannah, and brother, Timothy. Levi's guys, you are my second family and my brother.
Welcome to Waynesville Tiger football. It is Friday night under the lights. The Waynesville Tigers on the gridiron. Our game being brought to you by Air Serve Heating and Air, Arby's of St. Robert, B&B Theater in Waynesville, TC Towing of Waynesville, Balfour Beatty Communities of Fort Wood, Columbia College, King Auto Glass of St. Robert and Rolla, Lindsay Chrysler Dodge Ram Jeep of St. Robert, and Ogle Chiropractic in Waynesville, Park University of Fort Wood, Mailboxing of St. Robert, the Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company, the Sellers Sexton Auto Group, Shelter Insurance Agents, Mike Anthony in Waynesville, Dave Holland in Richland, VFW Post 3168, Team Ellis at Remax Professional Realty, the Bank of Crocker, Clayton Homes of Lebanon, Lynch's Furniture of St. Robert, the Marys County Bank, St. Robert Auto Supply, and the Waynesville Medical Plaza. The kickoff around the corner under the Friday night lights.
Well, good evening. It is Friday Night Football. Marv Luton along with my partner Shane McPherson. We are down at Springfield Central at Harrison Stadium, home of the Bulldogs. And the Waynesville Tigers come in here a little bit different this week, Shane, than we have experienced in the last couple of years. We are actually coming into a game with a W under our belt.
Yeah, it's a really good feeling for the Tigers. It was really good atmosphere in the hallways this week. They worked real hard. Had some hot days to go. Coach went some half dress and stuff like that, but these kids are ready to play tonight. Not taking anything for granted on the Central team.
Yeah, you know, and that's one thing about Springfield Central. They're in the same boat we were in last week, and this team is hungry for a win.
Yeah, this is senior night for them, and they had quite a few seniors come out there and some good-looking kids. At number 18 for Central, number 18 Walker is a good-looking quarterback. They run a kind of a tight trips look where they'll have two wings, a tight end, and two wideouts with the quarterback doing most of the running, it looks like. So,
but they do have a quality running back in Tyrell Harvey.
Right, number 35 is a big young man. He runs one of those wings, and they tend to seem to want to follow him quite a bit. Ought to be an interesting test for our defense. We can just hope we can step up like we did last week and get Hillcrest.
Their running back actually weighs more than most of their linemen.
Yeah, he's a big fella. He really is. And his little brother, when they introduced him for senior night, his little brother is a freshman quarterback. And I know that Central doesn't want him to necessarily be seen tonight, but he's kind of a quality-looking kid himself.
So the Springfield Central Bulldogs are 0-4, and taking a look at what the Bulldogs are looking at in the districts. They have 12 points. They're in last place in the districts. Glendale is in fourth place. Waynesville is in third, and we are about 1.5 points ahead of the Glendale Falcons and about 7 points behind number 2 Willard, and everybody is far behind Lebanon. Lebanon's 4-0, and right now the way Lebanon is playing and taking a look at what Lebanon has done to other teams this year, They're a team I really don't think that is going to lose until they get down in. Well, I take that back. They play West Plains tonight. That should be a dandy down there in Howell County.
Oh, absolutely. The one good thing, the one thing that we did learn last week on our way home was that Lebanon lost their premier running back that they run off in that flex bone, and he was a quality running back. And I don't know. I think that was the kid they lost. They also lost their kicker. They've got to go down to West Plains tonight, which is a tough place to play. It's going to be a real test for the Yellow Jackets this evening.
When you lose a kicker, and you were on that 2007 team that won the state championship. You coached Cruz, and how important is a good kicker for a football team?
Well, the special teams was a pivotal part of us winning the state championship. Cruz only kicked one not out of the end zone all year long. It happened to be against Jackson, and he ran it back for a touchdown. We had to keep Cruz from not walking off the field. He was so frustrated with himself, and then he hit 2 big field goals in the state championship to really kind of boost us up and put us over the top.
And that, if I'm not mistaken, was that not the first play of the game against Jackson, where they took that thing right down the middle of the field, and we're all sitting there down the way at Slaughter Field going, what just happened?
Yeah. Well,
we haven't seen this before.
Including us in the box. We said, how'd he get there? But, then we did a major recovery in that game, and just hats off to those kids once again. And I'm just hoping hats off to us tonight that we can kind of repeat our performance from last week. We were pretty solid on all sides of the ball. Offense could have been a little bit better, but was more solid the second half. defense was solid the whole game. I mean, we held them to 71 total yards for the game. Anytime you do that against a 5A, 4A team, in this conference especially, you've done something. In Hillcrest, we just shut them down. Hopefully we can get the same kind of deal tonight.
Their quarterback last week, O'Bray, he didn't find his targets as well in the first half as he did in the second, but give our Tiger defense a little credit for that because they were chasing him all over the pocket.
Oh, they really were. But, and he did find his mark more in the second half, like you were saying. But the thing about it was we never did let anybody get loose. And the completions that he did make in the second half were all under 10 yards. I think he did have one in the fourth quarter for about 15, but by that time it was pretty much over anyway. And when we put that last touchdown in with about 4.5 to go, it was finally good to go through the streets and walk through the halls this week because it was a much better atmosphere than it's been the last 2.5 years.
I'll bet it has. Our pregame show brought to you by TC Towing, Arby's, along with Air Serve Heating and Air. We'll hear from some of them. We'll be right back.
Drained batteries and sluggish engines make for tough travel. That's when TC Towing in Waynesville comes calling. They offer towing for about any vehicle on the road, but you may not know they also offer minor automotive repairs with certified technicians trained on today's cars, trucks, and SUVs. Towing and transport service from one side of town to the other or out of state. Whatever the customer needs, and they accept all major credit cards. 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Towing, transport, and a garage for repair service. Call TC Towing on historic Route 66 in Waynesville at 528-0796. A small-town business helping out in a big-time way.
When you're feeling hungry, you don't want to mess around with a quarter-pound meat sandwich. Instead, eat one of Arby's new half-pound roast beef sandwiches. 8 ounces of thinly sliced, tender roast beef. And if you really want a quarter pound of beef, that's cool. Just eat half of a half-pound roast beef sandwich. Introducing Arby's new half-pound roast beef sandwiches. Arby's, we have the meat.
Quality and honesty are two values customers want and businesses must have. AirServe Heating and Air Conditioning of Waynesville has those values and offers much more. Locally owned and operated, they're your neighbors with finance options and free estimates so you'll know the cost before they start. AirServe is your comfort company, servicing all brands so you're ready for the season. Call 774-7805. You're listening to KOZQ 102.3 FM Waynesville, St. Robert, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. Get Napa know-how at St. Robert Auto Supply off Missouri Avenue in St. Robert and get the good stuff 7 days a week.
Back here at Harrison Stadium on the campus of Springfield Central, the Waynesville Tigers are in town. They are not the only ones that are in town here today. We have the President of the United States just right down the road at Missouri State University. President Donald Trump, the motorcade came right by this stadium here on its way down to Missouri State, and everybody around here. I mean, all the streets shut down. It was a little challenging to get here. We're starting to see some of the Waynesville Tiger fans show up here because just about 10 minutes ago, Shane, there was only about 19 of them over there.
Right, it's filling up a little bit more. They had to reroute to try to get in here. We know that when we go out of here, we're going north, and we're going to get on I-44 as quickly as possible.
Yeah, because there's going to be about 12 to 20,000 people that are going to be coming out of Missouri State, which actually is not too far from Drury University here.
No, it really isn't. In fact, you can see where they're having the convocation tonight for this deal, and I think that they're expecting 20,000, and I guarantee you, the guys here told us about 9:30 they're going to let it out, which automatically makes us think that's about the same time the game might be over.
Yeah, we told some of the Waynesville Tigers, can you guys run this score up and get this to 35?
Yeah,
so we can get out of here a little bit early. Starting lineup for your Waynesville Tigers. Mike Lewis is going to get the call at quarterback again here tonight. I think Lewis will be. Well, we will see Aaron Imperato.
Oh, yeah, sure. And the thing about what it was last week, Lewis had some really good throws last week, but, we were talking about a little bit hot, and then he throws a really, really tight ball and a hard ball. And, the thing about it was, he just didn't get a whole lot of catches, but he was on target. So we'll see what happens tonight. Hopefully we'll have some better hands.
Sheen Butler-Lawson will get the start at quarterback. Running back Deontay Garland will be the fullback. The wide receivers, Sergio Carrillo, Michael Cassidy, Cameron Cavalier. And the offensive line, Kevin Poinsett, Charles Willingham, Tim Brecht at center, Maximo Reyes, and Jess Magnia, your Tiger offense. We'll take another break while they have the national anthem. We'll be right back.
Drained batteries and sluggish engines make for tough travel. That's when TC Towing in Waynesville comes calling. They offer towing for about any vehicle on the road, but you may not know they also offer minor automotive repairs with certified technicians trained on today's cars, trucks, and SUVs. Towing and transport service from one side of town to the other or out of state. Whatever the customer needs, and they accept all major credit cards. 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Towing, transport, and a garage for repair service. Call TC Towing on Historic Route 66 in Waynesville at 528-0796. A small-town business helping out in a big-time way.
When you're feeling hungry, you don't want to mess around with a quarter-pound meat sandwich. Instead, eat one of Arby's new half-pound roast beef sandwiches. 8 ounces of thinly sliced, tender roast beef. And if you really want a quarter pound of beef, that's cool. Just eat half of a half-pound roast beef sandwich. Introducing Arby's new half-pound roast beef sandwiches. Arby's, we have the meat.
Quality and honesty are two values customers want and businesses must have. AirServe Heating and Air Conditioning of Waynesville has those values and offers much more. Locally owned and operated, they're your neighbors with finance options and free estimates so you'll know the cost before they start. AirServe is your comfort company, servicing all brands so you're ready for the season. Call 774-7805.
We're back here, Mark Luton, along with Shane McPherson as we get ready for week number 5, halfway through the season already, Shane.
I know, it just seems like it's been going on really, really fast, and got them fired up over there. They're playing their song, their pregame song, which happens to be one of ours too. So it kind of got our kids kind of jumping and getting ready, and I don't think they're taking anybody lightly. I think they're ready to come out and play hard tonight.
The Waynesville Tigers have rushed and passed for 814 total yards this year, while our opponents have rushed and passed for 1,090 yards. So we're trailing by about 200 points, or 200 yards there, and we have been outscored 122-41. The Tigers only 41 points, but hopefully that is going to change. Again, with the first W of the season last week, a 19-0 shutout over Hillcrest. One of the things that still bothers me about this team is the amount of penalties we had last week against Hillcrest. We had 11 penalties for 100 yards last week.
Yeah, the penalties are coming at the wrong time. We gotta cut down on the holds tonight for sure. Can't jump off the ball, and we've got to keep our head about us and no personal fouls.
Yeah, last week against Hillcrest, only one turnover,
right?
Which was great. We only had 2 against Lebanon in that mess down there, which was remnants of a tropical storm. We only had 2 against Kickapoo. Our big one was the 5 we had against Camden in the opening week of the season. So we've cut the turnovers down. Now if we can just knock off the penalties and start putting some points on the board, and let's get out of here with a W this evening.
Yeah, we're catching them on yards. We're catching them on yards, and I think that's a really good thing. And hopefully we'll start catching up on points tonight as well.
So the football, our coin toss is being brought to you by Security Banks. Toss your coins in Security Banks and watch your money grow. And it looks like the Central Bulldogs have won the toss, and let's see if they have elected to receive. Yes, they will. They will take the ball first, and they will put the Tiger defense on the field first, and that might not be the smartest thing to do. Not after last week.
Well, I hope you're right. Now, I know that if I was Waynesville, I sure want to see our defense out on the field first and make a statement, and we'll see what we can do on the special teams. We're pretty good last week as well, so we can hope we can get a repeat performance on that.
Tiger captains are Kevin Poinsett, Michael Cassidy, Shane Butler Lawson, and
the Hitman.
Okay, Malik Hopper is the other one, number 21. Boy, what a game he had last week.
Wow.
And also our defensive player of the week last week was Aaron McDaniel. I don't know how many times we called number 42, but McDaniel was all over the field. And the offensive player of the week was Shane Butler Lawson, Sheen, again, with all 3 of the Tiger touchdowns last week.
Well, Aaron, there was nobody happier about Aaron's performance than Aaron this week in the hallways. He was just smiling from ear to ear, and he's got a smile that'll knock you out. And I'll tell you what, these kids are fired up and they're playing together. That defense, they swarm. And they really pull for each other. And that's one thing that we haven't had in the past and that we've got together. We've got a team again.
Change Nguyen is deep for the Central Bulldogs. He will be standing at his goal line and kicking it off for the Waynesville Tigers will be Aaron Choi. Aaron Choi will tee it up at the 40-yard line and get ready to boot this ball. The wind, we have no problems with the wind today, and right now, no problem with any moisture.
Not so far. It's moving around some, but it's a really pleasant night for football.
It certainly is. It's a little cooler out here, and we are ready to go. Week number 5 is underway, and Choi puts it right into the hands of Nguyen, but he boots it at the 10-yard line. He picks it back up, hustles out to about the 27-yard line. Good return after a muffed catch.
Well, he had trouble getting it in his grasp, but he got it out to the 28. So here we go, and we're going a little bit both ways. It's good to see Breck coming back out there at that one technique. There's Mr. McDaniel, number 42, got the hit man back there. It looks like the same starting defense we had last week. Good deal.
Also, Maximo Reyes on the line and Jacob York. The Waynesville Tigers are ready to go, and so are the Central Bulldogs. They are quarterback by Jimmy Walker, and again, the lone setback in the backfield is Tyrell Harvey. Getting the signals from the coach on the sideline now. They're finally bringing the 11th player on the field.
Got a little flex bone going there right off the bat with a toss to the right.
And he pitched
Breck's
to Harvey,
right
and Breck missed the original tackle. They had him 5 yards loss in the backfield. He missed the tackle, but he slowed him down enough and let the rest of the defense come over and take care of business.
Got a loss of 2 on that for number 35.
Again, he is a 235-pound running back. So if he gets a head of steam up, he's going to knock some people down as they try to tackle him.
Well, like you said, Breck got there in the backfield, but he just didn't break down and make the tackle. He went a little bit too high on that, and that's one of the things on defensively. You got to get him around the waist.
And you cannot tackle a 235-pounder around the shoulder pads.
No, we found that out against Lebanon, didn't we?
It is not going to work. Second down now and 12 for the Bulldogs. And here is a handoff again. We've got a penalty flag on the play right at the line of scrimmage, and this one will go forward for about 5 yards. I'll tell you what, Harvey was just carrying people. He had pushing help from his teammates, and then they were just pushing the Waynesville Tigers backwards.
Sure.
That's about a 5-yard gain on the play, maybe a 4-yard, but a penalty is going to go against the Central Bulldogs.
So that's going to put him at second down and 17.
Probably, I would say second down and, 17 is where they're going to mark it back at the 21-yard line. Off penalty was for motion.
That was a good carry, didn't get credit for right there.
Yeah, he carried, like I said, he carried a whole bunch of teammates.
He carried it.
Yeah, on top of at 235 pounds, he's going to be a handful to tackle. Going to have to get him low. Walker takes the snap out of the backfield. Little flare pass to the outside. Caught at the line of scrimmage. And again, the Waynesville Tiger defense all over the receiver. And that was Zike Mushler, the receiver. Little flare pass to the outside. No gain. Well,
he got
2 yards.
Yeah, he got 2 on that little screen.
So it's third and about 14 now for the Central Bulldogs. Again, they are deep in their own territory. Not in the red zone, just outside.
Straight one back.
At their own 23.
Trips to the left.
Here is the snap. And rolling is Walker to the outside. He's a left-handed thrower. He'll throw one up and incomplete. Again, this one intended for Muster. But that one went off his hands. He was covered very well. Kevin Point set on the coverage that time for the Waynesville Tigers, and he was all over the receiver.
Right. We got our first 3 and out.
That will send Malik Hopper for the Waynesville Tigers back to about midfield.
And we got a single guy back there. Malik's all by himself. Means we've got 9 up on the line.
That means they're coming.
Well, we got 7. Well, 6 up on the line.
Yeah, they're going to try and block this punt. It's a high snap, and they barely got it away. We might have got a piece of it. That thing goes out. That thing goes out of bounds at around the 36-yard line of Springfield Central. So talk about some great field position for the Waynesville Tigers.
Number 55, Charles Willingham, I think got a piece of that ball. He had a real good rush. I would say before the end of the night, we have a chance to get one of those.
So they are going to mark it at the 35, 1st and 10 for the Waynesville Tiger offense. So the Tigers take over after a 3-and-out with extremely good field position on the Central Bulldog side of the field. And that's the thing. That's another thing we had last week against Hillcrest.
We sure did.
Was great field position. And when you get good field position, you can take advantage of it instead of going all the way down the field. If you only have to work half the field, you can put some points on the board.
Right. And this is our regular set. The man, Sheen, is in the backfield. Michael Lewis, a good-looking sophomore back there, running the show.
Little left-handed gunslinger. Point set wide to the right, Cavalier to the left. We are ready to go. Out of the gun, and in motion is point set. Here is the snap. Lawson moved in the backfield. 5-yard penalty on the Waynesville Tigers. False start. Sheen Lawson went before the ball was snapped.
Look at him. Sheen's doing his 5 push-ups for jumping off.
He's down there doing some push-ups. Yep. Shame on me.
Yep. Every time you jump off in practice, you got to do 5. So he just went ahead and did them, probably saving himself for Monday.
All right, so it's going to be 1st and 15 now for the Tigers. Ball back to the 40-yard line of Springfield Central. Now working under center is Lewis. Here is the pitch back to Lawson, and he gets popped behind the line of scrimmage, and that is going to be a loss on the play. That's going to lose 2 more. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 17 for the Tigers.
Yep, he got in the backfield, and he got that ball, and once again, there was a problem that we've been having. We had too many of the Central Bulldogs in the backfield waiting for him.
Rusty Mack along with Ethan Phipps, 2 of the main tacklers on the play. So a loss of 2 more, 2nd and 17 for the Waynesville Tigers. Lewis, again, out of the gun. Rolls to the right, throws low, and it is caught by Cavalier right around the 40, well, make it the 38-yard line. Still not back to the original line of scrimmage with that one. That's going to be a pickup of about 6 on the play.
Right, and got us back into a territory where now we're going to have like a 3rd and 10 look, but it's more like 3rd and 12, but at least we've got some running room here and space.
Yeah, we're in 4-down territory here also.
Well, sure, yeah.
So, again, on the Springfield Central Bulldog 38-yard line, again, 3rd and 12 for the Tigers. Tigers lined up with Lewis in the pistol. Lawson in the backfield, and here's the fake to Lawson.
Good fake.
A throw down the field, wide open is Poinsett at the 10, into the end zone. Kevin Poinsett got loose. Yep. There was nobody within 10 yards of Poinsett.
37-yard to Poinsett. Not a bad start for the Tigers. Very good. There was nobody there.
So Kevin Poinsett got loose in the backfield, came across, and was wide open at 8:25 left to go here in the opening quarter, and the Tigers are on the board. 37-yard touchdown strike from Lewis to Kevin Poinsett, and Aaron Choi in to attempt the extra point. Lewis is holding. Snap is low to the outside. Lewis gets it down, and Choi puts it through. So $25 to the athletic department from Stellar Sexton Auto Group. We'll be back. Kickoff coming up.
King Auto Glass. Certified pros working hard for you. We'll fix it right. We'll come to you free, and we'll give you a lifetime guarantee. We've been around for 3 generations, doing our best work every day. Auto Glass is our only business, not a sideline. King Auto Glass.
Back here, Marv Luton along with Shane McPherson. How open was Kevin Poinsett on that one, huh?
Well, you know, they ran a corner blitz on that, and the safety didn't rotate over. And when the safety doesn't rotate over with the kind of speed that we have, you know, Poinsett had nothing but the grass monster in front of him, and luckily caught it and put it right in. It was a nice ball, nice little steady ball by Lewis up there just for him to catch it. Good start for the Tigers.
So Aaron Choi will get ready to boot it away again with 8:25 left to go here in the opening quarter. Waynesville on top by the score of 7-0. And again, Change Nguyen back at his goal line to receive the kickoff from the Tigers. This is a line drive, and it will hop, and it will be picked up up by Metchler, and he will go up the middle, and he will be hit at around the 27, 28-yard line. Let's see where they're going to mark it.
Looks
It's
like
going to
the
be
29.
Looks at the 29, 1st and 10 for the Springfield Hillcrest Bulldogs. Metchler, that's Zyke Metchler on the return. He was one of the up men.
You know, we're getting guys down there awful quick, and I know that Coach Haynes would like them to be inside the 20. We break down, we're flying down there, but then we're not breaking down too well with those flymen, and they're trying to take it up the middle on us.
So it brings up a 1st and 10 for Springfield Central. Again, they're trailing 7-0 here early in this contest. 8:18 left to go in the opening quarter. Walker is the quarterback. The running back is Tyrell Harvey.
Kind of got a spread thing, tight trips.
Single wide outs, and here is the pitch out to Harvey. He takes it, and he is going to be hit in the backfield. Let's see, getting up off the bottom of that pile. Yeah, you're right, a loss of 2. That's Michael Cassidy. He was the first one in there to hit him.
Well, I got to tell you, you know, Mike's not, like we've been talking all year long, Mike's not necessarily very big, but I'm telling you what, he stays so low, he's so strong that he can get anybody down, especially going low. That's the way you got to do this on 35. That's a big kid.
That's right, and that's exactly what he did. He wrapped him up around the ankles, and that dropped him. 2nd down now and 11. Here's snap, a little bit high. Walker back to throw, a little flare pass over the middle, and that is incomplete. I thought we were going to get a pass interference call. Point set went over the back of the intended receiver. That was Rogelio Aguila.
Yeah, and, you know, I think maybe the kid tripped, but at the same time it looked like maybe Poinsett pushed him to the trip. But at the same time, you know, we got a good call, and for us anyway. And
yeah,
we got
and for us to get a good call is unusual.
Yes, it is.
3rd and 11. Back to throw Walker on a high snap. He is chased by 1, 2, 3 Tigers. Now he throws the ball away and out of bounds, and that is going to be grounding.
Yep, it's got to be grounding on that.
Intentional grounding. You can do that in the pros. You cannot get away with that in high school football.
Right.
So that will be intentional grounding, loss of down, 5-yard penalty, and
we might decline it and just make it 4th down and have them punt.
Well, don't you lose it? Don't you lose the down on?
Yes, you do.
On intentional grounding anyway. So
they're going to put it at the spot and then run it back 5, and then lost it down. So it should be.
It should be 4th down. 4th and
a long way.
Yeah.
A long way.
What did our public address announcer just say? 4th and I-44. I like that. I like that one.
I like it.
I'm going to have to steal that from him.
Yeah, I like that. 4th and I-44. That's good. These guys are really good guys up here, and we're having a lot of fun with them.
Yeah, they are. They're a blast to work with. In his end zone, kicking the ball away, and the snap is over the head of the punter, Metchler, and that is going to be a safety for the Tigers.
So we're going to get the ball back on a punt. They'll take the punt from the 20, I believe.
Yep, they will kick it from the 20.
And then they can either place it or they can go ahead and punt it.
That makes the score 9-0. 7:26 left to go here in the opening quarter. So the Waynesville Tigers again forcing the Bulldogs backwards. Ball was thrown out of bounds by the quarterback running toward the sidelines, and he got an intentional grounding call. That brought the ball back inside the 10-yard line. A high snap to the punter over his head. 2-point safety for the Tigers, and they will get the ball back.
Yeah, it's so far so good for the Tigers right now. Defense really swarmed and really got him out of the pocket. We've got some good speed up front. Had the one outside linebacker, I think it may have been McDaniel, that forced the intentional grounding. I remember a old movie called Unnecessary Roughness.
Yes.
And the quarterback, every time he would get back in the pocket, he would yell at the referee, blow the whistle, blow the whistle. And I think that's kind of what he was thinking about right there.
So it's going to be the Waynesville Tigers getting the ball back again. Their punter, who is Muchler. will tee it up.
He's going to tee it up.
Well, and normally you don't see this. You can tee these balls up.
Oh, sure.
It's a free
Look how
kick.
deep we are here.
We are way too deep, I think.
We're on the 20.
We've got we're all the way back at the 20-yard line.
I don't know.
I think the Tigers are going to scoot up a little bit now. And here is the kick, and this one is going to bounce at around the 40-yard line, picked up on the outside by the Tigers. And shooting to the outside, is that Butler or is that Hopper?
That's Sheen.
No, that's Sheen Butler Lawson. He was on the left side. Cavalier was on the right. And Butler Lawson takes it all the way down into Central territory. He stepped out of bounds at the Central 40-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Tigers, again, on Central's side of the field.
Once again, it's just kind of like a repeat from last week. We were on their side of the ball almost every time we got it, and we capitalized on it. So far, we've capitalized a little bit more than we did last week. Let's go ahead and do it again.
9-zip, Waynesville Tigers on top. Baseball score here with 7:19 left to go here in the opening quarter. Tigers on a touchdown, and then the 2-point safety. In the backfield is Butler Lawson, and he will take the handoff. And he will go to the outside, breaks one tackle, breaks another, still on his feet, finally thrown out of bounds. He was bulldogged out of bounds right around the 35-yard line. Make it the 34 is where they're going to spot it. That's a gain of about 7 on the play.
Yeah, I got 7 on that, and he earned every one of them. The way he was thrown down, nobody needs to be thrown down like that.
No. Actually, they only gave him 6.
They did give him 6, didn't they?
I thought they threw him out of bounds. Oh, nonetheless. It's still second and 4, which is very manageable for the Tigers.
Right.
Lewis back to throw, fires
dangerous.
one over in the flat. The pass is one-hopped. That was intended for Jalen Andrews, and that pass was underthrown.
And it was a dangerous ball. He had to throw it all the way across the field on a stop pattern. That's a long way for the ball to travel, and not much yardage on the route.
And, bad thing about that, Shane, if you put that thing on the money, that's an easy pick 6 for a D-back.
Oh, absolutely. Now we're in a situation. 3rd and now 5. They gave us another yard.
3rd and about 5. Here is Lewis back to throw. Flare pass, screen to the outside. Caught down the 30 to the 10. Going into the end zone. Did he step out of bounds? I don't think so. That is Cavalier.
That is Cavalier. 35 yards.
So a 34-yard strike from the, 20? Well, I guess it was.
It was 35.
Yeah, okay.
34.
Yeah, it was, so 34-yard touchdown strike. That was to Cavalier. And the Waynesville Tigers have added another 7 on the board. 6:32 left to go here in the opening quarter. Second touchdown, now the 2-point conversion by Aaron Choi. Tigers do not have enough men on the field. Hustling on the field now is their 11th. That is one of the linemen. Still a lot of time on the play clock. Kick is up, and it is good. So Choi sticks it through, and that makes the score 16-0. The Waynesville Tigers on top. 6:32 left to go. Take another break, and we'll be back in another $25 to the athletic department from the Sellers Sexton Auto
Park
Group.
University offers associate and bachelor degree programs at their Fort Wood Campus Center. Additional degree programs are available entirely online. Courses can be completed in 8-week sessions rather than the traditional 16-week semester. Sessions start 5 times a year, giving you multiple entry points. Park also offers additional graduate and certificate programs online. Military and civilians are welcome. Application fees are waived for military personnel. Park accepts VA benefits, tuition assistance, financial aid, and payment plans are available. Park University, a regionally accredited non-profit university. Save time, save money, accelerate your education. 329-2798 or go online, park.edu/go. Leonard Wood.
Waynesville Tigers on top, 16-0 here early in the first quarter of this football game. A 37-yard touchdown catch to Kevin Poinsett, 34-yarder to Cameron Cavalier. Carson, of course, is the basketball player.
Yeah.
And here's Choi, boots this thing away, and it is going to be fielded at the 10-yard line. That's by their big running back, Harvey. He has it up the middle. He goes. He's got some room, and he is taken down. A great tackle that time by the Waynesville Tigers, getting up off the bottom. That was Sean Sumter. He took Harvey out at his knees, right around from the side, Shane,
Yeah.
right around the 45-yard line. That is probably the best field position. Oh, they're going to mark it. I guess his knee went down at the 41, but that's a pretty good field position for Springfield Central.
Sure is. It's a good start for them on this series. Hopefully we can answer the call here. They're coming out in the same kind of set.
Again,
Gonna
Harvey.
be kind of a tight trip type look.
One receiver wide out to the left, and Harvey, he'll follow the Wildcat, and we've got another quarterback in there for the Bulldogs. That's the littler Harvey, Isaiah Harvey.
Right.
So you got brothers in the backfield, and again, they bring the younger one in, I guess, for the Wildcat, and he's got some moves. He can get to the outside. He picked up about 4 yards on the play. They bring the ball all the way out to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, if you don't block for your brother, then you're not blocking.
And when you've got a 235-pound blocker in front of you,
I'll follow him all day.
You bet, because he's got some speed too. The older Harvey.
Yeah, he does. Same set.
Again, Isaiah Harvey is the quarter, and Tyrell Harvey is the running back, and a timeout called on the field by the Central Bulldogs. That'll give us a chance to hear from another one of our fine sponsors back in a moment.
This is the Pepsi that your father drank and your grandfather drank. When I was your age, we were. This is the Pepsi that your Uncle Ted drank when rock sounded like this. This is the Pepsi for American pastimes. Whether you're tailgating at a speedway or courtside watching your favorite player make a breakaway, he scored! This is the Pepsi for those who are forever fun. This is the Pepsi for every generation.
They didn't know that.
We're back here. Marv Luton along with Shane McPherson. 5:40 left to go here in the opening quarter of this football game. Tigers on top 16-0. No first downs for Waynesville, and they've had 2 touchdown passes from 37 yards out and 34 yards out, and had a safety. And they lead this. Here's a high snap over the quarterback's head. Harvey back to get it, and he is going to be wrapped up and brought down by Aaron McDaniel.
Yep, good job by McDaniel. He was right on top of that. He saw that right away, and boy, he just went for it. So we got 4. That'd be 10.
Nobody had to block him on the line of scrimmage. That must have been a blitz, and he would have probably had the quarterback to begin with, unless Harvey would have been able to shake him loose. But that's a huge loss on the play.
Yeah, it's going to be a loss of 19 yards on that, and that's not going to do well for Harvey's stats right there.
So the ball on the 27-yard line of Central brings up 3rd and 24. Here is the snap. Walker back into the game. A little flare pass incomplete to Tyrell Harvey.
Well, number 43 got a hand on that ball and tipped it just a little bit. And that was a key on that because he had some room.
That's Maurice Fiame who stuck his hand in there. And like you said, got a little piece of it. Brings up a 4th down situation, a 4th and forever for Central. So they will bring their punter back into the game, Mutchler, and he will boot it away. And back deep for the Tigers is going to be Malik Hopper.
Sure would like to see Malik get loose. You know, he works awful hard. He hasn't had a whole lot of touches this year. And we got a flag, which would be...
And by deep, I mean Hopper is at the 50-yard line. So a substitution violation for the Central Bulldogs.
Take it 5 more.
That is their second penalty of this contest. 2 penalties, 5 yards each. For 4:51 left to go in the opening quarter. Waynesville on top 16-0.
We're going to get good field position here.
Hopper now is standing inside Central territory at about the Central 48. Here is the snap, and almost blocked it again. Hopper, he's going to let it bounce in front of him, and it bounces towards Central side of the field in favor of the Tigers, and Central will down it right around the 46-yard line. So it's going to bring up a 1st and 10 for the Tigers again in tremendous field position, again on Central side of the field. We haven't even been on our side of the field this entire first quarter.
That half on that north side is pretty lonely because there's nobody been on it.
Nice turf field here. Matter of fact, I don't think we play on any any grass fields anymore.
It's a different game, Marv.
It is certainly a different game. You don't get the blood in the mud anymore.
There's no more mud on the field.
T-bone backfield for the Tigers handoff, and it goes to the first man through, and with a little bit of running room, and he's going to get knocked out of bounds at about the 10-yard line.
Well,
that is make it how about the 18-yard line? That was Desmond Dawkins for the Waynesville Tigers. We have not seen Dawkins in the backfield.
29 yards. That was for Desmond Dawkins.
So that'll be the first down for the Waynesville Tigers. The ball is spotted, like you said, Shane, at the 18. That's the 18 of Springfield Central. Again with the T formation. Here is the snap. This one goes to Lawson up the middle, and he is going to be tripped up at the, looks like the 14-yard line is where they're going to mark this. So he'll pick up about 5 on the play.
Right. And, that was a great call by Coach Haynes on that last call because, they're keying a lot on Sheen.
You bet.
And to give Dawkins that look because he wasn't expected to run a whole lot, and now we are in the flex bone here.
The old flex, you're right.
Damon Matua is a blocking back.
On one side now we have a penalty. Throwing on the other side, we're going to have
illegal substitution on us. Did we substitute anybody?
I don't think so. Unless somebody walked in off the sideline.
Okay. Okay, yeah, we had 12 on the field.
Okay, so
that's not legal.
That's not legal, but if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Right, well, that's true.
Just kidding, Mom.
Yeah.
3:49 left to go here in the opening quarter. Tigers on top, 16-0. Handoff from Emperado into the game. Now he gives it to Lawson. Lawson breaks 2 tackles, and Sheen Butler Lawson into the end zone from the 18-yard line, and the Tigers have struck again.
Yeah, that was Aaron Emperado came in on that, gave it real good. Boy, Sheen just saw it, saw the seam, broke it outside, and once again, he started to slow down there about the 10 because he saw that there was nobody there. But I'll tell you what, he had to speed up a little bit, but cruised right on in for another Tiger touchdown.
3 touchdowns here in the opening quarter, and a safety makes it 22-0. And Aaron Choi back in for another attempted point after. Snap is off to the right. Choi boots it through the upright. It is good. $75 to the athletic department from the Sellers Sexton Auto Group. 23-0. Tigers on top. Another break. Back in a moment. We're having fun in Central.
Real estate made easy with Team Ellis at RE/MAX. Lisa Ellis has been selling real estate in the Waynesville, St. Robert, Fort Wood area for over 20 years. She knows the area as well as anyone in real estate, and with the revolving doors in a military market, Team Ellis at RE/MAX stays on top of their game, and that in turn helps you out, the buyer or seller. Contact Team Ellis at 320 Eichard Avenue in the Townfield Plaza, Suite X, behind McDonald's in Waynesville. Call the office at 774-2653 or her cell at 528-4353. Lisa Ellis, your RE/MAX professional realtor.
We're back here, Marv Luton, Shane McPherson, 23-0. The Waynesville Tigers rolling all over Springfield Central. 37-yard touchdown catch to Kevin Poinsett. Safety, 34-yard pass to Cameron Cavalier, and an 18-yard run by Shane Butler Lawson have put the Tigers on top 23-0 here. And we are still in the first quarter, 3:39 left to go here.
Yeah, and we got our first couple of first downs in that series, and once again, converted into a touchdown.
So Choi will boot this thing away. It will be fielded by the up man, and this again is Mutchler, and he'll go up the middle, and he'll be hauled down around the 28-yard line is where they'll mark it, 1st and 10 for Springfield Central.
Guess who? Aaron McDaniel.
Even on special teams, he is all over the field.
I mean, he is built like a little brick. There is not 1 ounce of fat on that kid, and you don't find a whole lot of fat on these wrestlers anyway, and he's a good one too.
So McDaniel, again, the defensive player of the week for the Waynesville Tigers last week. He may very well be the defensive player of the week this week.
Okay, they're in a spread set.
Deuces to the right, deuces to the left, and the quarterback Walker throws this one, caught by Mutchler, and he is hauled down immediately by McDaniel.
Yep.
Aaron McDaniel was standing there waiting for the receiver to catch the pass, and the linebacker came up with a pop.
Right. He was right where he was supposed to be. Kept him in front, got him for a loss of 1. We got a 2nd and 11 look.
So the Tiger defense all over the place here on Central. Time about 3 minutes left to go here in the opening quarter. Tigers on top 23-0. Again, Walker in the backfield. And we are going to have a referee's timeout. I don't see a flag.
I don't think we got the right spot by the umpire. I think we need to move it back a yard because he's got it back in the original
Yeah,
line
I
of
think you're
scrimmage.
right. And that's what's going to happen. Well, we think it's going to happen.
There he goes.
You're right. The ball was put down right at the original line of scrimmage.
Right.
Not fixing the loss of 1 on the play. Now it's 2nd down 11. High snap. Walker getting chased, and he is going to be wrapped up, and he had to dodge 1. And coming up and making the pop, is that McDaniel again? Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Aaron McDaniel. He dodged one of the Waynesville Tigers coming in, and I believe the one he dodged to get out of the way was Josh Gomez.
Well, McDaniel's all over the place right now. He's really making a statement. And he's coming from everywhere. He's in the coverage. He's on the sack. Let's see what else he can do. Maybe he can pick one off and run it back.
Yeah, 3rd and 21. Tigers are right now in their pass defense. Walker, actually Isaiah Harvey back to throw. Throws this downfield, overthrows everybody, and the closest one to get that was Malik Hopper of the Waynesville Tigers, who dove and missed it. That's a 4th down now, and it will bring out the punting unit for the Central Bulldogs again, and they'll kick it back to the Waynesville Tigers. Again, they will kick it from their own 21-yard line.
And with good field position again. We're inside our 50 right now. Malik's standing at about the 44, 45-yard line. And we should get some good field position once again.
And again, that is Metchler back to kick it. Here come the Tigers, and he boots this thing. Wasn't able to get all of his foot into it. The ball will bounce and hit one of the Central Bulldogs. That is Harvey. It hits him in the leg right at the 44-yard line. So 1st and 10 on the Central 40 for the Waynesville Tigers on top 23-0 already in this contest.
And we're going to start ourselves on the 43. Is that correct?
Yeah, 44.5 maybe.
Okay.
We'll see. Okay, you're right. They're spotting it at the 43. So it'll be 1st and 10 for that Tiger offense. Coming back in for Waynesville. For our quarterback is Aaron Imperato. Also, Shane Butler-Lawson in the backfield.
Yeah, Aaron's getting his 2nd series now in the flex bone.
1 out to the right. 1 in motion. Imperato.
Got a flag.
Back to throw, a flag on the play. Imperato's going to keep it, go to the outside to the 30, down to the 20, and he is still on his feet, pushed out of bounds at the 10-yard line. However, a flag is back behind the line of scrimmage.
I wonder.
It is going to be a holding call against the Waynesville Tigers as Imperato went around the outside. One of the Tigers got caught holding, and that may be the reason Imperato got to the outside. Good lateral pursuit that time by Central, but Aaron Imperato pretty much outran most of the pursuit, Shane.
Yeah, and, Sheen had a great block to the outside. He really opened up that lane for Aaron, and Aaron scooted down probably for one of his best runs, definitely of the year, that got called back because of that holding call.
Okay, and now they changed the call to, we've got 2 fouls on the Tigers, a holding call and a motion penalty, which they'll decline, I'm sure, the motion penalty and take the hold.
Well, the way where they threw the hold, though.
Well, yeah, they threw that, about 8 yards down the line of scrimmage.
It sure did.
So it would benefit them to take the motion penalty.
Probably the 5-yard, yeah.
Okay, holding penalty is declined.
Right.
And they will take the 5-yard pass or 5-yard motion penalty because it pushes the Tigers back farther, because if they would have taken the holding penalty, it would have only been a loss of 2 yards from the line of scrimmage. This way it's 5. How about I did that math all by myself?
That was pretty good.
Without the calculator.
I'll tell you.
So a 1st down now, and 15 for the Tigers. Butler-Lawson to the outside. He's loose, and he's out of bounds. But he made the tackler that was Change Nguyen made him pay to tackle him.
Yes, he did. The
He
47 to the 27. So that's a gain of 20.
They only needed 15. They got 20. And I'll tell you what, Nguyen took a shot. Butler Lawson stuck his helmet down and just plowed him out of bounds. But it was enough for the first down.
Now Aaron on the keeper.
He rolls to the outside.
We're going to get a block.
And he did not get the block outside that he needed from his running back, and that was Sumter.
Right. You can't just go ahead and pop him once. You got to get on him and try to drive him. And Sean tried to push him off, and he should have tried to drive him just a little bit more. But, you know, there we go with a 2-yard gain for Imperato.
So Imperato will take a seat after that run, and Lewis coming back into the game now for the Waynesville Tigers. So the Tiger quarterbacks are putting on some yardage here. Here's a pitch to Cassidy. A little toss right in front. This will go down as a pass. Cassidy to the outside, down to the 10-yard line before he is hauled down by about 6 Central Bulldogs. Little shuttle pass for the Waynesville Tigers. Picks up another first down. That is their 4th first down of this football game. They lead 23-0. 53 seconds left to go here in the opening quarter.
That's a run of 19 for Cassidy, number 19.
First and goal for the Waynesville Tigers. The ball at the 10-yard line. Timeout on the field. And who calls the timeout? It will be the Central Bulldogs. They will burn their second timeout, and that'll give us a chance to hear from another one of our fine sponsors. Don't go away.
I'm here in the middle of the beautiful Ozarks.
I'm in one of the most exciting phases of my life.
But it's definitely time to relocate to a place of my own.
Somewhere I can power nap in peace.
Where I can have my buddies over anytime I want.
Somewhere close to where I need to be, when I need to be there.
I wonder what my housing options are.
Alford Beatty Communities offers move-in ready 2, 3, and 4-bedroom homes in both single-family and townhome styles. Located in Fort Leonard Wood in Missouri, our residents enjoy a secure and comfortable hometown environment with the convenience of 24-hour maintenance, lawn care services, and community events. For more information, call Balfour Beatty today at 573-329-1013.
We're back here. Marv Luton, Shane McPherson. Our game being brought to you by Air Serve Heating and Air in Waynesville, serving Pulaski and surrounding counties. Also by Clayton Homes in Lebanon on Highway M. We have a 23-0 lead. Waynesville on top of Springfield Central. 48 seconds left to go here in the opening quarter. Tigers have it first and goal to go on the 10-yard line.
Got a tight bunch on the right side, loading up on our right side. Sheen's in the backfield.
And in motion is Dawkins, and here's the handoff, and where is Butler Lawson going to the outside, stiff arms, goes into the end zone, but this one I think is coming back.
It is. Our motion receiver started going towards the line way too soon.
Yep.
It was too easy of a call right there.
We saw that up here in the press box. So when we can see it in the press box, you know it's a good call by the referee down there in the field.
And especially right in front of him. He was just shaking his head at the receiver going, what are you doing?
Yep, motion penalty by the Waynesville Tigers, another 5-yard penalty. We've had 4 penalties. They've only been for each one's been for 5 yards.
Right.
You know, offsides, and then the motion penalty, and then the illegal substitution penalty.
So now it's not going to be the yards tonight. It's going to be the amount of penalties tonight.
Apparently. So it's going to bring up a first and goal now back at the 15-yard line for the Waynesville Tigers. In motion again is Dawkins, and he will get the pitch this time.
Oh, good
He'll
block.
take it, got a good block. He breaks one tackle, and he goes to the 5-yard line, down to the 2 before he is finally hauled down. That's Desmond Dawkins again on the carry for the Waynesville Tigers.
Got 13 on that one.
Phipps on the tackle for the Central Bulldogs, brings up a second down now and goal to go at the 2-yard line for Springfield Central, and I believe that'll be the last play of the first quarter of this football game. Can we get the play away in 7 seconds? Yeah, we might be able to. Imperato back in the game for the Tigers. He will take the snap. He will roll to the outside. He will take it in. Aaron Imperato untouched into the end zone for the Waynesville Tigers from the 2-yard line.
Yep, another really good sight play by Aaron. He really saw that, and as soon as that one lane opened up, he just cut it right back up. He could have followed Sheen outside, but then he saw an easy way in and just scooted right in. And we've got 29 points in the first quarter.
And the Tigers, again, time has expired in the opening quarter as Emperado went into the end zone as time had expired. Choi with the extra point through the upright. It is good. Tigers lead 30-0. Quarter number 1 is in the books. Back with quarter number 2 in a moment.
The year was 1911. The first Indianapolis 500 was run. IBM was incorporated. Groundbreaking began for the famed Fenway Park in Boston. The great communicator Ronald Reagan was born, and so was the Bank of Crocker. 107 years later, the Bank of Crocker is still going strong and has grown in more ways than one. They're still your full-service home-owned bank, but with today's latest technology, you can do your banking anywhere in the world and do it from a cell phone. And there's a few more branches on their family tree, with 4 locations in Crocker, Richland, Waynesville, and St. Robert. The Bank of Crocker, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
With the stress of life today, you owe yourself a good night's sleep. Hi, this is Katrina at Lynch's Furniture and Mattresses in St. Robert. A good night of sleep does wonders for yourself and everybody around you. So stop by and check out over 20 different Serta mattress sets, most in stock in twin, full, queen, and king sizes. The best part, queen-size Serta mattresses start at only $3.99. So for your sake and those around you, get a good night's sleep on a Serta mattress from Lynch's Furniture and Mattresses in St. Robert, or shop online at lynchesfurnitureandappliance.com.
Well, Seller Sexton, get out your checkbook.
Yes, sir.
Waynesville Tigers have scored 4 touchdowns in the opening quarter. That's $100 from the Seller Sexton Auto Group to the Waynesville Athletic Department, $25 for each touchdown. Add the safety to that, and the Waynesville Tigers have a 30-0 lead, and the offense is clicking.
Yep.
And the defense is clicking here tonight. Special teams, Aaron Choi, 4 for 4 for extra points. That's working as well.
Yeah, and, Aaron looks a lot more comfortable back there tonight because he's starting to get a little more, a lot more reps in the past 2 games. And I think it's making a difference. Hopefully on down the line, we can use him as a weapon because he's got a serious leg.
Well, this is not going to be good for us here in the press box because now everything has shifted to the other side of the field, and when they stretched out this field and redid and put the track down here, they redid the field. They couldn't move the press box, so the press box is here on the 20 and 30-yard line, and normally it's in midfield, but when they redid the field and put the track in here, so now Waynesville's going to be all the way down to the other end of the field, so we're going to have to get out the binocs.
Yeah, well, that's okay. I'd rather have to get out of the binocs than them come down here on us.
Choi pops this thing up in the air. This is not a deep kick.
Ball.
It is a loose ball, and the Waynesville Tigers may have fallen on this ball right around the 30-yard line. That ball took a bounce, and there was nobody from Springfield Central by it. And, yep, the Tigers have it. They have recovered the kickoff. So that will go down as a turnover for Springfield Central, and the Waynesville Tigers bring their offense back on the field. And they will have it 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line of the Central Bulldogs. That was a good kick by Choi. He didn't boot that thing hard.
No, he didn't. But once you get it past the second level, those up backs need to step back and go ahead and catch that ball. They let it kind of bounce over their head. With the pooch that he had, it got us right on top of the ball, and here we go again.
Tigers with the football after the turnover on the kickoff. Waynesville recovering the kickoff. Again, that's a live ball on the kickoff. Back into the game at the quarterback position is Aaron Emperado.
With Sumter in the backfield.
He hands the ball to Sumter. Sumter off of right tackle, and he's carrying a few with him down to the 25-yard line. A gain of about 6, maybe 7 on the play. Where did they say his knee came down? I think it's at the 25.
Yeah, I'm going to give him 6 on that. His first carry.
So a 6-yard gain brings up a 2nd down now and 4 for the Waynesville Tigers. Sumter remains in the backfield. In front for the Tigers, a couple of blockers at the fullback position, and here is the snap. This one goes to Sumter. He breaks one tackle, breaks another, gets to the outside. He is going to be close to a first down.
Looks like he got it. If they spot him, yeah, gave him 5 yards on that. I don't know if they'll. Yes, they did.
Yes, they
gave
did.
It to him.
So another 5-yard gain for the Tigers, and Sumter moves the sticks for the Waynesville Tigers.
Okay, Sheen must be rested. He's back in the game now.
So it is Machuca and Duran Anderson in the backfield also for the Waynesville Tigers.
That flex bone again. Why get out of it?
You bet. Butler Lawson in the backfield, and he will take the snap from Emperado, and he will get the handoff. Goes to the outside. One good block in front of him. He cuts it down. He gets run out of bounds. Right here at the 10? Having a hard time seeing down there where they ran him out of bounds. Maybe the 12, maybe the 10.
The 11?
That'll work, considering that's right in the middle of the two.
Now, wait. Is he on the 13? Where's he at? No,
Yeah, he's going to be
11.
he is going to be shy, 1 yard shy of a first down, so a 9-yard gain on the play. 2nd and 1 for the Tigers. Sumter back in the backfield now for the Tigers again.
Sorry, folks, it's hard to see all the way down there for sure.
And here is Sumter up the middle. He goes. He'll pick up the first down, and he'll get the ball down inside the 10-yard line, down to around the 9. That is another first down for the Waynesville Tigers.
Now the 4-yard gain for Mr. Sumter, running the ball hard.
This Tiger team is just pounding away here at the Central Bulldogs. 10:22 left to go here in the first half. 30-0. Waynesville on top, and Waynesville Tigers threatening again.
Okay.
2nd and 5, ball on the 8-yard line of the Central Bulldogs. Sumter gets the handoff again, has a little room, and he is still on his feet. He is driving those legs before he is brought down. Did he pick up the first down?
He had the first down there. We were on 1st and goal. He got to the 5-yard line, so another gain of 4.
So 2nd now and goal to go. Ball on the 4-yard line of Central.
Looks like the 5, 4, 5. It's hard to see.
Trying to find where the referee is standing over there by the yard marker. The yard marker looks like it's still back on the 8. But it's on the 5. Here is Butler Lawson to the outside, and he is going to go into the end zone for a touchdown. So from the 4-yard line, Sheen Butler Lawson, a 4-yard run. And the Waynesville Tigers lead it now 36-0 with 9:19 left to go here in the opening half.
Yeah, that was just a pretty dominant drive right there. Pretty impressive by Sean Sumter, spelling Sheen a couple of times. Really hard running inside, kept his legs going to gain. In that series, he gained about 13 serious yards on that. Then Sheen did the rest.
Choi into the game. Extra point is up, and this one is blocked. So the extra point is no good. Tigers on top, 36-0. We'll take another break here from another one of our fine sponsors. We're back in a moment.
What if you stepped out of the picture tonight? How would you want to be remembered? And who would make decisions about planning your funeral service? This is Martin Vernon, owner of Memorial Chapels and Crematory. We help families create meaningful services that respect and honor the memory of their loved one's life. At Memorial Chapels and Crematory, we offer our support and guidance when your family needs us the most.
Seller Section is your place to get your next truck during the All-American Sales Event. With discounts and rebates totaling over $12,000 off on 2018 F-150 XLT. There's 0% financing with approved credit, plus up to $3,500 in rebates. And Ford salutes all of our military members, police, fire rescue, and first responders with $1,000 in additional savings. Whether it's half-ton, 3/4, or 1-ton, we are your local truck headquarters. Every new Ford from Seller Section comes with tires for life. Shop us online at sellersection.com, and remember, Seller Section Sales satisfaction.
We're back. Marv Luton along with Shane McPherson. Another $25 to the athletic department from the Sellers Sexton Auto Group. That's 125 so far here in this contest. 9:19 left to go here in the first half. 36-0. Waynesville on top. Waynesville will kick it off to Springfield Central again.
Mike's going to have to sell a couple cars this week.
I'm sure they can do that.
I imagine they will.
I hope they sell a whole bunch. I hope the Tigers get into their pocket big time.
Yeah.
And here's the return back from the 10-yard line. And again, did that ball come loose into?
It sure did, but no, he got it back.
Okay.
I'll tell you what.
That was Metchler on the carry, I didn't think he was the one who, I thought it was Nguyen who originally caught the ball at around the 5-yard line. They bring it up to about the 30 before the Waynesville Tigers pop him.
Well, yeah, and I mean, there was some popping on that kickoff right there. There were about 3 or 4 guys that had major collisions on that, and they're going to start at the 30-yard line.
Luckily, everybody walked off the field without any injuries, because that looked like that could have been one of those plays where somebody doesn't get up real quick, but everybody popped right back up.
Right.
Good to go. Walker, again, the quarterback for the Central Bulldogs. He is flanked by Isaiah Harvey on one side.
They're kind of in that tight trips.
And Aaron McDaniel jumped offside. He was coming in on the blitz.
Yeah, he was.
And he jumped. You could see that. McDaniel there was nobody in front of him on the side, and he jumped across the line of scrimmage for a 5-yard offside penalty.
Oh, gave it to the offense.
Oh, my goodness. Wrong again here, huh?
Well, either that, that's a long way for us to look. Number 74 may have flinched or something like that a little bit.
And that's when McDaniel took off and went across the line. So a 5-yard penalty against Springfield Central.
That's when Aaron's back there and he's going, oh, no. Oh, okay, I'm all right.
Yeah. That's what happens when you're having the kind of season Central's having.
Yeah.
These things just keep multiplying and multiplying on you.
The only good things that happen are not very many.
So it brings up a 1st and 15 now for Central. Again, Tigers showing blitz, and we've got 1, 2, 3 penalties on the play, 3 flags on the play. 2 of the Tigers jumped. But did the Tigers jump that time, or were they drawn offside?
Well,
all 3 referees who threw the flag are discussing the situation. And it is going to go against Waynesville. It will be offsides on the Tigers this time.
Yeah, it will be. And, on that one, their guard did jump, but only because we were about to run him over. So that's right back to, now we're back to 1st and 10 again.
Ball at the 30-yard line. 8:57 left to go, opening half. We're in the second quarter, 36-0, Waynesville on top of Springfield Central.
Got that same set. They got that tight trips to the left. 35 is there blocking back for sure.
Walker takes the pass, takes the snap, throws it outside to Isaiah Harvey, and he goes absolutely nowhere as the Tigers were in the backfield. Kevin Poinsett coming up on the tackle for the Waynesville Tigers. And let's see if I can pick out a number of the big linemen that came in and made the play for the Waynesville Tigers. Was that Pearson, Antonio Pearson?
Yeah, it was. Now, who was the runner on that ball there?
That was Isaiah Harvey.
Okay, so there you go. That was a loss of 2.
Yeah, Harvey is in the game, replacing Tyrell. And here's the throw by Walker to the outside, in and out of the hands of the receiver, picked off by Dawkins, and Dawkins going to the end zone. He will cut it back, and he will go into the end zone on a pick 6. Desmond Dawkins,
but we got a flag. We got a block in the back by one of our guys, and it was pretty blatant. It's one of those right out in front of the officials. But we are going to get the ball back.
So the interception will count by Dawkins. And after the interception, a block in the back by the Waynesville Tigers. So that will be the second turnover for the, I guess, well, we can't call the safety a turnover.
No.
Because we got points on that.
Right.
So a block in the back. Let's see where they're going. They're going to spot the ball at the 20, looks like about the 27-yard line of Central after the pick by the Waynesville Tigers. So Waynesville will get the ball back. 7:53 left to go here in the first half. And did the Tigers call a timeout, or are they just going over to the sideline?
Well, I guess we're about to find out because Central stayed out there. But they usually do this where they'll go ahead and get the play and then come back. Now, he just timed it in, so they're going to do it on the sideline play and come in and run it.
Okay, so they just started the play clock. So it's down to 18 seconds. So the Tigers coming off the sideline. Yeah, you're going to have to hurry. This thing is down to 12-10. We're not even set up at the line of scrimmage, and we're in single digits.
I think we're going to be okay.
I think we are. If they get the snap off, Lewis will take it with 2 seconds left to go, and we moved on the line of scrimmage. One of the linemen. Again, we got some new players in there this time. I think that was Nathaniel Clark, number 85, on the line who moved, but Lawson in the backfield. again, they're going to give it to Lawson.
Yep. Sheen did his push-ups. Kind of sloppy. Don't really like it too much. A little bit sloppy right now.
Timeout called by the Waynesville Tigers with 7:53 left to go here in the first half. Tigers on top, 36-0. We're back in a moment.
Quality and honesty are two values customers want and businesses must have. AirServe Heating and Air Conditioning of Waynesville has those values and offers much more. Locally owned and operated, they're your neighbors with finance options and free estimates so you'll know the cost before they start. AirServe is your comfort company, servicing all brands so you're ready for the season. Call 774-7805.
We are back, and the Waynesville Tigers having fun here at Harrison Stadium in Springfield against the Central Bulldogs, with a 36-0 lead here in this contest. And we still have 7:53 left to go here in the first half. The Waynesville Tigers will have the ball on the Springfield Central 20, I think it's going to be on the 32-yard line after the 5-yard penalty.
I don't think that timeout was I'm sorry, Lamar, but I don't think that timeout was necessarily a good time. I think Coach was giving them the let's get focused and let's get back to where we were. Let's quit playing sloppy and let's get back to our type of football here.
I think you're exactly right. Because after a couple of silly penalties by the Tigers, here's Lawson with the handoff. He'll go down the sidelines, and he is going to get knocked out of bounds right around the 20-yard line. Again, he had some running room, good blocking that got him to the outside, and then pursuit by the Springfield Central Bulldogs pushed him out of bounds around the 20-yard line. And we have a penalty flag on the play. It looks like we do, and a holding penalty on the Tigers. Maybe that's how Lawson got to the outside.
Maybe, but this is not what we want here after having such a good show in the first quarter. To have this second half of the second quarter go like this is not what the Tigers wanted to do. It's time to get their heads back on and let's get something going here.
40 yards in penalties now for the Tigers. That is the 7th penalty for Waynesville here in this contest. And we have 7:47 left to go in the first half.
Yeah, we've got a lot of time here, and it's just too much time to get sloppy right now.
But the Tigers are on top 36-0. But again, if you want to be a quality team, you can't. Oh, Sumter takes the ball and tries to go up the middle. Not the place to go on this Springfield Central Bulldog team. Walker came up and laid a pop on him. No, maybe that wasn't Walker.
Might not have been Walker, but whoever it was for Central got the brunt of that because, Sean came up and just laid him out.
That was Tony Nguyen.
Yeah.
Came up and he put a lick on Sumter. Did we gain anything on that thing?
We got two.
So we get two. It is still, we are looking at 2nd and 25 at the 42. Lewis back to throw, and he fakes the throw, and he was going to run, but one of his linemen got in his way, and he tripped over Reyes.
Yeah, that wasn't a real good decision by him, but you know, we got a situation here. We're 3rd and a long way, but not a real good decision that time by Mr. Lewis.
3rd and 27, the ball on the 44-yard line. It is still in Central territory. Lewis works out of the pistol formation. Sheen, Butler, Lawson in the backfield for the Tigers. Play clock down to 4. Here is the snap. Lewis back to throw. He will pump it, fire it deep down the field, and it is incomplete. Flag on the play again.
Is that roughing?
Cavalier was the intended receiver for the Waynesville Tigers.
Yeah, roughing the passer on Central.
Make that Pearson, Anthony Bledsoe, rather, the intended receiver. So we're going to have a roughing the passer penalty on Central. That will mark the ball 15 yards forward. That will still be well shy of a first down for the Tigers.
Yeah, the roughing the passer guy got there just a little bit late. They're going to take it 15. And that might put us into 4-down territory here.
They're going to spot this thing at the 28-yard line. And, yes, we are right. We are in 4-down territory. And we'll be looking at, what, about a 3rd and 12, 3rd and 10? Or 3rd and 9.
Well,
actually,
yeah, we're inside the chains now.
Yeah, we are inside the chain. No, now we're not. I don't think the chain gang over there exactly knows which side the ball is supposed to be on, or which side they're supposed to be on They've changed that again.
Okay, same kind of set.
Lewis again out of the pistol, hands off to Lawson. Lawson breaks one tackle in the backfield,
Shoots
loose. Up the middle. He's loose, and he is gone to the end zone. Shane Butler Lawson from the 28-yard line, a touchdown for the Waynesville Tigers. Do we have a flag? No.
No, we do not.
So no flag on the play at 6:07 left to go here in the second quarter. The Tigers have struck again. It is now 42-0.
Yeah, Sheen did a really nice job. He got into the stack real hard there, and then that lane opened up to the left. He saw it, and, you know, that speed just takes over.
Yeah, he bounced off his right tackle and found a little, like you said, found that hole, that opening, and shot the lane. Joy boots this thing through the upright.
Better.
It is good, so the extra point good again. Another $25 to the athletic department from the Sellers Sexton Auto Group. 43-0. Waynesville on top. We'll hear from this, and we'll be right back.
There's a new place where all the hipsters are hanging out. It's called the Movie Theater. Smell that? That's popcorn. After you've purchased your ticket, make your way to the air-conditioned theater. Take a seat, relax, and get ready for the feature presentation.
While the urge to go to the movies hasn't changed since the dawn of motion pictures, the experience has.
B&B Theaters is giving away movie tickets and popcorn every single week. Simply subscribe to the B&B Theaters channel on YouTube to stay up on the latest in upcoming releases and movie trivia. Enjoy the magic of the movies only at B&B Theaters.
Well, the Waynesville Tigers again all over Springfield Central, 43-0 here in this football game. Tigers led 30-0 after the opening quarter, and here in the second quarter have put 14 more, actually 13 more on the board, and now lead us again 43-0, and we'll kick off to Springfield Central again. The Bulldogs have not been on the Tigers' side of the field.
No, they have not. In fact, they haven't had it very long at all before, you know, a couple 3-and-outs, a couple of turnovers.
Matter of fact, the Tigers haven't been on their side of the field. They have always started on
central side
of the field, no matter whether it's on the kickoff or whether it was on a 3-and-out. And the Bulldogs know first down.